Little friends, always working. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. All right, y'all. I am doing an experiment. I have been fiending to get some of my veggies into the ground. So I decided to get these guys from Lowe's and experiment with these instead of the ones that I have been growing from seed all winter long. So this is the Lemon Boy, and this is the Cherokee Purple, and we're going to see how these guys do being planted. Now, I'm going to separate these out, and then I'll show you guys exactly how I plant my tomatoes. Okay, so first of all, both of these pots had 2 tomatoes each. If you are going to buy tomatoes or any other veggie, try your best to get a twofer, okay? I purposely made sure that I got 2 plants in each pot for my $4, okay? All right. So, I dug a hole. I have my calcium powder, my dehydrated and powdered eggshells, and I have my water. I'm going to clean the stems off, and I'm not going to single stem them yet because that is how I grow my tomatoes. I'm going to give them some time, but I'm going to clean these up before I get them in the ground. Okay, so we're going to start with the Lemon Boy. Like I said, I have my hole here. This is the Lemon Boy. I took most of the stems off. Since this is an experiment, I want to give this guy its best shot. Look at that. You can see the suckers in between. Those are new branches of the tomato plant that are forming. If this plant was a little healthier and it was nice and super warm, yeah, I would just get rid of this whole thing right here. Yep, this whole thing will be going bye-bye. But it's okay. It's an experiment, and I wanted to do good because it's not doing good. And I like rescuing plants, so this is my rescue baby. We'll see. So I'm going to plant it all the way to the stem, all the way to the top. Usually, you would plant them in at the same level that they were in the container. Not with tomatoes. Tomatoes can root all the way up the stem. So bury them deep so they'll have roots all over, and they'll be really, really strong. It's really giving them their best shot. Calcium powder. I'm going to drop that in right at the bottom. And I have so much more to make. So I put in about, I want to say, a tablespoon. And that should be more than enough. And then we are just going to backfill. Do it on one side. I'm using one hand, y'all. So sorry if the angle is off. And then I'm going to move it over because I want to center it in the hole. Now, the reason why we make the calcium powder, or I make the calcium powder, and other people may use it as well, is to help with something called blossom end rot. Blossom end rot occurs because of uneven watering. It causes, sorry, I just threw some weeds. It causes stress on the fruit of the plant. The fruit on the plant will start to rot. And that's because, uneven spurts of rain or not being watered on a regular basis. So what the calcium does is just give the plant a little bit of a boost to help to be able to deal with some of the stress of, maybe there's some storms, or maybe you forget to water and then overwater. You always want to just give your plants their best shot. So that's what I'm doing here. So this is probably about 10 inches long. I'm going to do a spade apart. I single stem. If you don't single stem your tomatoes, then don't do this. Give them like a full 1.5 feet between each other, okay? And I only plant my slicer tomatoes in ground. The cherry tomatoes, they'll be pruned, but they won't be single stem. My cherry tomatoes will grow in grow bags and containers. So I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to plant these, and yeah, I'll be back. Two down, two to go. My little friends, they're always working. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Okay, so all 4 tomato plants are in. We got 2 lemon boy here. We have 2 Cherokee purple there. And these are Lowe's Rescues. They're also our experiment. Water these in, and I'm trying to water closely to the stem and not so much on the plant, but you know, the soil is also already moist because it did rain last night, so that's actually a plus. And yeah, these guys are in. So first of all, if this works, they are staying exactly where they are. I'm letting you guys know right off the bat, I am not moving these. I'm not spacing these out. Like I said, I grow my tomatoes single stem, maybe 2 if it gets away from me, but other than that, you will see me getting a little surgical with these tomatoes. Yeah, I chop off stems, and then I have my spray bottle with peroxide and Epsom salt and water, and I spray the areas where I cut, just to make sure that, well, not cut, where I snip the stems. If I'm snipping large stems that get away from me, I spray those areas to keep out bacteria and prevent disease. Some people don't plant their tomatoes close because they are afraid of tomato diseases, not having enough air. But like I said, when you single stem, you don't have to worry about that. And what I am going to do, though, is I am going to get some of the straw mulch, though. And I'm going to mulch around, just bring this out, mulch around here. And just to make sure that, you know, if we do get more rain, there isn't any splashback. Because you see how I watered, and there's dirt that leaves the leaves susceptible to bacteria. And I haven't had a sick tomato yet, y'all. I'm trying to keep my streak going. So I've also never grown these varieties either. So this is a super experiment. We're going to see what happens. So I'm going to get the straw and get these guys all situated, and we'll do a check-in. If this works out, now y'all know I like to make the most of my space. I got my marigolds here, and then there's the tomatoes. If this works out, like if they're still alive in a week, I have some borage that's ready to come out. I'll put some borage out here, and I'll slowly add a few more tomato varieties. And let's see what else. I'm not going to bring the peppers out until I'm sure though. Like, I need all my nights above 50. Like, for real, I'm not playing with these peppers. I told y'all know I lost 29 pepper plants from not putting the heat back on in the garage, and that was not cool. It was not cool. So when you work on something like that, and you're growing stuff from seed, and they get to a good level, and you're just beaming and fiending, and you're just so happy, and the anticipation is just eating you inside because you want to get them out and watch them grow and prosper, and then they go, too cold, ho. No, that's not cool. Anyway, yeah, I also, y'all know I'm going to put some onions out here too. I ordered 2 more packs of onion sets. Burpees had them on sale for $4.54 for 80 onion sets. So I bought 2 more bags of those. And I'm going to have this whole place covered in onions, garlic, herbs. Y'all, last year we had to rush and get this garden together. This is our 2nd year here, and I am not playing any games at all. I know it's common for people to plant 60-40, 60 during the day, 40 at night. But y'all, I'm a 70 during the day, 50 at night. At least if we're going to have 60 during the day, at least give me 50 at night too. I'm iffy about that 40, man. That 40, especially with the microclimates. You never know what the temp really is unless you got a thermometer out here. That's why I'm calling this an experiment. If you already do this, then fine, you already do this. You already plant early, then fine, you already plant early. I don't like to waste money. I like to spend it, but I don't like to waste it. It's a difference. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all, when you plant out your veggies, make sure it's on an overcast day. Like, you see how the sun just came out, but for most of the video, it was cloudy. So make sure that you have a nice overcast day to put your veggies out, because you don't want to stress them out. And if you're not sure, me personally, I like to plant out my garden in the evenings. I am a night waterer also. I'm an evening waterer. Everyone does everything differently. That's just me. That's just me, y'all. All right, UGG fam, it is the next morning, and let's see how these guys did. It only got down to, I think, 42 degrees last night. They don't look any different, honestly, so far. Let's see. No, nice firm. Nothing's flaccid. Let's see this one. This one. Yeah, you look a little weak there, buddy. But, well, so far so good. Except this one is a little under the weather. One little weak stem, but we'll see. The rest look pretty good. I think this may work. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you are not subscribed, please go ahead and do so. I'd love to have you here, a part of the UGG fam. I appreciate everyone who keeps returning, everyone who keeps hanging out with me, coming back, showing your girl love, everyone who's proud to be a part of the UGG fam. Love you guys. Love you guys so much. And yeah, learn with me, grow with me. Thank you so much for being here. I love y'all for real. Bye.